Do you want to know how you can lose that earnest money deposit that you just gave to submit an offer on a home? Well, that's what we're going to talk about today, so stay tuned. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. I'm Rachael Hadidsaz. I'm a realtor with CryLike here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. I post new videos every Wednesday about all things real estate in the Murfreesboro area. If this is your first time here, please click that subscribe button because I've got a lot of great content coming out. In today's video, we're going to discuss how to lose that earnest money deposit that you just gave to submit an offer on a home. But first, let's talk about what earnest money is. Earnest money can also be known as a good faith deposit or trust money. This is money that you give the seller in good faith so that they will take their house off the home while you get your stuff together. Your stuff being the loan, the appraisal, the home inspection. Earnest money may or may not be required in that situation, but it is something that you can give the seller to make your offer more competitive. It also ensures to the seller that you're not, as a buyer, going out and submitting an offer on 5 different homes. Earnest money is not the same as a down deposit, but it does go towards your closing costs when you get to that closing table. It can range anywhere from as little as 1% of the sale price to as much as 10% of the sale price. It all just depends on how competitive you want to make your offer. You don't give that money directly to the seller. You give it to your realtor, and they keep that in an escrow account until the deal closes. Now that we've defined earnest money, let's talk about how you can lose that earnest money. There are 3 circumstances that can happen where that money is not refundable. We're going to talk about that now because I don't want that to happen to you. The first way that you can lose that earnest money deposit is if you waive your contingencies in regards to home financing or the home inspection. It can be tempting in that seller's market when inventory is really low. You want to make your offer more competitive, so let me remove these contingencies. But that is your only leverage as a buyer to back out if there happens to be a severe material defect in the home. Maybe the foundation's got a crack in it. It had some flood damage that you didn't know about. That is your only leverage to back out of the sale of the property in that situation. Or if, God forbid, your financing doesn't go through. This is a way that you can ensure that you get that money back if one of those situations happens. The second way that you can lose that earnest money deposit, you miss a deadline that is outlined in the purchase agreement. You're gonna notice, I hope you notice, your realtor should point out to you that there is a specific clause in your purchase agreement that says, time is of the essence. That means that there is a specific timeline that you have to follow to get the home inspection done, to get your financing in order, to get the appraisal done on the home. This will all be outlined in the purchase agreement, and not only to the day, but also to the time of day. And the time of day will be local to where the property is located. So if you are buying from out of state, keep that in mind. This is something that if you miss a deadline, they will find you to be in breach of contract, and you could potentially lose that earnest money. If the seller doesn't get their panties in a wad, maybe they'll give you a little more time, but you don't want to have to rely on that kind of situation. Just be on time, be very mindful. And reason number 3 of why you might lose your earnest money deposit, if you back out for no good reason. If you've already removed your inspection and financing contingencies, they've already gone through, and you decide that you just don't want to go through with the sale of the purchase of the home, that seller does not have to give you your earnest money back. You have breached the contract. There's actually a situation just recently in my office where we had a home listed and some buyers had made an offer on the property. It was a gorgeous property, and they decided that they didn't want to purchase it. They actually just decided they didn't like their realtor. They didn't want to go through with the deal. And in that situation, they had no grounds to get their earnest money back. They lost it and they didn't care. They decided they just didn't like their realtor. Turns out these people, they didn't like a lot of realtors, and sometimes in situations like that, maybe you just got a bad attitude. It's not the realtor, it's you, honey. It's always a good idea when you are choosing a realtor, make sure you choose someone that you're comfortable with. You can go check out my video, Do I Need a Realtor? Next. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed the content. Click that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss another video that I've got coming out. Leave me a comment down below. Tell me your thoughts. Appreciate you sticking with me. Thanks for watching.